Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming. So as promised, I'm going to do a short, well I always say that and it ends up being slightly longer, but a little look into a different game called Necromunda Underhive Wars. Like I said in the last video, it's a game that I think has got generally negative reviews. Some of those I've read were based on the way it came out originally, where it was buggy, and I've not found it. I know it's been updated, so I since I've been playing it, which is in the last couple of months, I've not found it to be buggy. There's occasions where people run into things and you can't move them, but that happens in virtually every game somewhere. That's no game's really free from that. But you wouldn't notice it any more than any other game it happens. So I'm not going to go through a whole let's start up what happens, because it's not a passion project like Watch Dogs Legion, and it doesn't need that because it's not per se such a complicated game. So you'll get a load screen like this. Necromunda is, and I'm not a Warhammer person, I'm not a fan or not a fan, I'm just not. This game just appealed to me as a turn-based strategy game, having already really liked XCOM and a few others that I'll probably play later on the channel, and that's what appealed to me. So it's not because of any Warhammer connection, but yeah, the universe seems nice from what I've seen of it in this. You will have options when you start to play a story, which is it's an introduction. It's a long story, so it's not a tutorial as in such, but obviously it's to help you learn the ropes, and it does say during that it hopes you'll play through the story mode until you want to start your own gang. Now I didn't, because I felt confident enough with turn-based, and turn-based I find much simpler, but you've got time as well to think about what you're doing, so I find them much easier to manage and get to grips with. I thought I'll know how to do this, I don't need to play a tutorial. So once I've worked out the basic game systems, I just went to start a gang. When you start a new gang, you'll get 3 people. You can either do a sort of set gang, or you can make your own. I would suggest you make your own. Let me show you one of my gangs just to give you an idea. I'm not going to start a new gang because there's no need. So if I just play off with the gang I've already got, and I've been playing this gang for a while, they're still on like what would be easy level missions, because you can tell by the overall scores they give for each mission of each gangs in each sector what kind of level you are, and I'm just at the level where I could go into the next sector. I can't say to you how it would be if you went in unprepared to the next sector with a lower ranking gang, but the combat in this I'd say is fair. I've never found it to be unfair. Like if you do something stupid, or the people you expect to kill you with what they're going to kill you with will kill you, but you have a very good chance of killing. So this will be the main screen when you're in game. Basically there's operations, which is the places you can go to do an operation. There you go. Those are the other 2 gangs. We're the white silent stalkers, the red is one gang, the blue is one gang. You'll find out, to be honest, when you play the first mission in each operation, who's in what gang, what they've got, and the difference between this and something like XCOM, basically there's 2 I'd say stand out. Number 1 is the turn-based is per person. So in my gang at the moment, because I've been playing a while, I've got 5 people that go on each mission, and my gang's bigger. You can have up to 15 people in your gang, but my gang's got 5 to go on each mission, and they'll take it in turns with one of my gang, then one of the opposing gang, and then if there's 3 gangs in the same place, one of their gang. So it's not like XCOM when all your guys go first. The other thing, which you'll see in a moment, is it's set on levels, not like, again, XCOM, and I'll say XCOM a lot because it's a like really well played and well known real-time strategy, but of course you might want to play that, but you can like XCOM, of course you can go on roofs and things, but on this it's very much set on levels. You'll see what I mean. So anyway, so we go into operations. There's a shop where you can sell your equipment, you can buy new equipment. There's various methods of getting new stuff. You can basically steal it from other people, or you can find it in operations. That's the best way. You can buy new stuff in the shop. I've not really needed to, other than certain upgrades. I may talk about them another time, we'll see. The crew management, and there's my gang. That's the actual gang I send, which is, we'll call that the A crew. as you can see, it says crew, reserve 1, reserve 2. So that's my A crew. They're the people I would pick to send, or I have picked to send, because when you send each person, as with I suppose most games, only the people who are on the mission level up. The people who aren't there don't level up, and even the ones on the mission will only level up depending on what they do. So for example, if this person here, who's my leader, called Survey, if she does the most things in the mission, kills the most people, gets the most points, she will level up the most, get the most new XP, and someone who doesn't do much, even if they go on the mission, will get less. There can be complete, quite big differences with how people level up, so because of what they do. So for example, if you see at the top, she's got quite a lot of skills. We may come to that another time, we may not. And she's got 700, that's her rating. Let's just call it a rating, I don't know what they call it really. And this one's 786, and that one is 413. So there's quite a big difference between the people that you use a lot, and there is ways to boost up people quickly. There's things you can get that give you extra stat boosts, but they'll be so self-explanatory in the game when you play. You don't need me to go through every single part. This is one of my reserve squads. Some of the people, as you can see in the reserve squad, have got much more points than some of the people in the squad I've sent. That's because I either felt I needed different people in each mission, in that mission, or because I wanted to level up someone new. You'll get different types of people. They can't all have all guns. That's again like most games in real-time strategy games anyway. So some have, there's no sniper or anything like that really, which is a shame because that'd be kind of nice. There are people with kind of rifles that can shoot quite a long way. That's the nearest you get. There are people with kind of close range guns. There's people with freezing guns and flamethrowers, kind of like heavy gunner thing where they have a kind of very heavy machine gun, and these people that have tech that can zap people from a distance and do things like that. There's also people that have a climbing thing, which means they can rope up to a different area, which is very important in this game. You are ropes everywhere, you'll see that, but there are ways to climb. Then what else can I show you? So that's kind of how it would work. When you go to the main screen, this is a new area. You will pick a mission to start, and in this mission there's two other opposing gangs, and when you pick your mission you won't know which gangs are going to go on it. So it's quite possible for that mission there that I will go and both the blue and the red gang will go and we'll all fight each other. Or it's quite possible that they'll all go to that mission there, and that's our base, that's not a mission, and we can just take the stuff from this mission and we won't need to fight them. If you do, you'll get the resources from the mission, but you won't get as many new level up points because basically you didn't kill anybody and there was no fighting. So it's good and bad to do that. Actually, I find that quite, I don't like that. I think it's not good to keep missing people because you'll just go through it and not level up. And to be honest, the point to leveling up is, especially when you get to the point of being at the top of the level you're on, is you want to level up the people. So going on missions where you're basically going to get the resources, and you should be able to pretty easily kill the people in the other gangs. Not easily, it's never easy in this, but it's fair. So you should be able to kill them if you pay attention to what you're doing. You don't really want to go on a mission where you just collect the stuff and get very few points. So that's the general gist. So I won't go into a game right now because I don't want this video to be ridiculously long, and the game, the missions in this are all pretty long, each one. I mean, this is on the first level. It's not the first level I've done, but it's the first section. So let's just say it's an easy level, there's an average level, and each time your gang, like you can see at the side where it says where it's got the gangs name, Silent Stalkers, my gang rating is 2989, the next gang's 2100, so my gang rating is much higher than them, but for the next level I think it was 3000, so I didn't want to risk going in and getting whooped because I'm a scaredy cat. I didn't want to take any risk because I've not played this game to know how that would be. If it was a game like XCOM where I know, what the risks of going into a different area is if you aren't prepared or you've got the wrong people, I know what to expect, but in this you can't. And you can't save it and come back once you start a mission. That's it. People don't die, but let me just show you this girl here, for example. Now you can see if you look carefully that on her right leg she's got a kind of boot, and that's because in a mission some idiot in another gang smashed her leg with a big axe, and he fractured her leg so badly it was amputated. So what happened in this game is there's not really, I think there might be later on, but at the moment no one's died. I think they can, because there's a thing where it says how many gang members have been killed, but I've never lost anyone who's been killed. But people will get injured and they can lose limbs, and I had to replace that at some cost with a bionic leg. I think this one's somewhere. That one. Yeah, this one, if we go through her thing, and that's her health, she's got, there you go, right arm, the fracture, she's got shrapnel in her arm and in her leg, which affects her action point. So you can have people that get injured permanently. They can just be injured and knocked out for the round, or have to recover and there's no injuries. They can have minor injuries like these that affect their action points later on. They're stuck with that, you can't do anything. Or like the girl with the bionic leg, you can actually replace their leg or part of their leg, and she's now uninjured because what she had was so bad she had to have a replacement, which actually worked out well because she's got more action points and movement points because she's got a bionic leg. So things do happen to the people you're playing when you get, again, like I suppose all these games, like with Watch Dogs Legion, when your favourite agents get injured. This is probably the one I've played the most, her. That's why she's got so many more points, even more than the leader, who levels up quicker than the others. When I play her, I don't want her to be injured because I use her. She's got a handgun and a melee weapon. I've played her a lot. She's got extra traits for different things, and I don't want her to get injured because she's important. I send her on a kind of recce mission to kind of go ahead or go to places where the rest of the gang aren't when you send them, and you'll see what I mean when we play. So anyway, a lot of this will become more apparent when we play. Like I said, I'm not going to do it now because it will just make this video ridiculously long. Some of the missions in this, they take quite a while. That's not bad, it's not boring at all. It's because there's a lot of moving around. You've got sometimes, like I said, 3 gangs of 5 people each, yours and 2 others. Each person moves separately. There's quite big areas to cover, and you're covering them by traversing, walking, and very much platforming levels. You have to use ropes to winch yourself, or grips to jump up to different areas, which is a lot of fun. When you first look at the game, it's like, but as soon as you get the hang of it, and as I said before, I'm not, good at getting the hang. It's actually fun, and it's like it's a different variation on XCOM, which I think is good because it's got that different thing that makes it like something unique where you can jump to levels. And I found the fighting very good. I found the combat equal to XCOM in how well it's gone. In fact, sometimes it's better because you don't have that crazy famous XCOM thing when you've got a 99% chance of a kill and it actually keeps missing. So they don't have that. It's much more. I think it's much more fair. Anyway, so that's Necromunda Underhive Wars. That's just a general look over the menus and how the game will be. And like I said, I'll give a mission. I probably won't play a whole mission, but next time I'll just play maybe 5 minutes into one to give you a general gist of how it works. I might go back, and once I've shown you the mission, explain a few more bits afterwards about the things you get from a mission. I may not. I'll see how it goes. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you're having a lovely day, and I'll catch you later. Bye.